Hello and welcome to Carlson and Chill. My name is Courtney.
And I'm Andrew.
And today we are talking.
Are we talking or are we singing?
Ooh. We'll see.
Courtney doesn't want me to sing, but I think we've been holding back on our multi-million-dollar Grammy-winning songs.
Andrew said he'd give me $100 if I sang.
No, well,
Don't take it back.
Okay.
You said $100 and a little toy.
I did. I promised $100 and a little toy if you let me sing later.
Tell me I'm not a 5-year-old in Walmart.
We haven't gotten the last episode uploaded as of yet, but we wanted to go ahead and record another one. Tried a new setup. We're back on the big computer, but I think my microphone is officially out of commission.
But by the time this one's up, you should already have the other one up.
Yeah, I will.
So, do we really need to mention that?
Yeah. Well, just so you know, we haven't received any feedback from the first episode. So don't expect anything new in this one.
You know what we also didn't receive feedback on? That one from about 7 months ago.
But you know what? We put it out there. We put our hearts out there.
And I'm pretty sure we asked for feedback on that one on something.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad.
That's too bad. We're in the future now. This is future Courtney and Andrew.
But we have experienced new things since past Courtney and Andrew.
Yeah, like mowing the grass again.
We got to mow the grass again. We got to experience a heat wave.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, a new thing called corn sweat.
So there's this theory.
It's not a theory. It's an actual thing.
Well, it's a theory to me.
And I like how you're explaining it like you're the one who knew when I told you about it.
Well, here's the thing. So there is this theory floating around.
It's not a theory. It's real life. It's science.
So there's this... Just kidding. Can you explain what corn sweat is?
So corn sweat is when the corn, it sucks up water through its root systems, right? And it distributes water throughout the whole corn stalk. Well, the water that goes to the leaves, it dissipates or evaporates out of the leaves, which is called corn sweat. And so it feels more humid in areas that have a large amount of corn or cornfields.
Wow, that sounded really boring with all your science talk.
That's rude, first of all.
So yeah, apparently the corn is what makes it feel so much hotter.
That's the theory.
All right.
I was aggressive. I'm sorry.
That was very aggressive.
It was very
and
aggressive.
I didn't care
I take
for
it back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I love you.
I love you too.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I didn't care about a word you just said about their stupid science talk. So let's continue.
Cool. Good. What's next?
So we experienced a heat wave, and we're still in the middle of it technically.
Yeah, till Friday. What's today? Thursday?
Who knows?
Till tomorrow. But it's been super hot. It actually did say on the Weather Channel that it's been hotter than Florida.
What the heck?
Which is...
We left for a reason. We didn't want the heat.
So winter, everyone said, there's never been a winter like this. Tornado season, there has never been storms like this. And now summer, there's never been a heat wave. That's not true. People have said that the heat waves get pretty bad in the summers.
You can't blame them for everything.
But
you can't blame Indiana
it's
for
always
everything.
something.
Also this weekend, we went to Indiana's theme park called Holiday World.
Holiday World.
So, Courtney, what is Holiday World?
I just sang a song. You owe me $100.
Dang it.
Holiday World is a theory. Andrew's giving me the side eye.
No, I'm giving you the straight eye. I'm looking right at you.
I don't like that as really. Okay, so Holiday World is a theme park with a whole bunch of different sections that are themed after holidays.
Like which ones?
Did I say that right? Okay, there was the 4th of July. That ones were pretty fun, but we almost passed out on the 4th of July.
The main one is Christmas.
I almost passed out on the 4th of July.
Because Holiday World exists in a town called Santa Claus. It was originally called Santa Claus Land.
Yeah,
it's all fun. About Christmas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, 4th of July, and the water park that's attached to it.
Yes, it's half theme park, half water park.
Which was pretty cool. I didn't know there was a water park. Which was great because the heat wave, but also not great because everybody and their mother was trying to get into that water. And the water was no longer hot because, just everyone was trying to get into the water.
Fun fact, we are not sponsored or endorsed by Holiday World.
Schmoliday Schmorld. That's what we're going to call it from now on.
So Holiday World and Splash...
You already ruined it. Schmoliday Schmorld.
So Schmoliday Schmorld and Mash and Mabari is really cool because they have several things that normal theme parks don't normally do.
Like what, Andrew?
They have free soft drinks.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
So they have a whole bunch of drink stations where you just go and get a drink for free.
Well, just in general, the drink stations, because even water, because if you go to places like Disney or Universal,
They charge you.
well, that and you have water fountains, which have been sitting out in the sun, so the water is hot.
Gross.
So it was nice to have a like drinking thing that was inside. It was like under a shelter thing, and you could get cold water. That's
Yeah,
nice.
it was a soda fountain, and it was basically help yourself.
Help yourself, help your neighbor.
And there were so many options. Along with free soft drinks, they also had free sunscreen.
Yeah, that was great because I definitely would have been way more burnt.
I applied 3 times, and I left slightly unscathed.
Slightly.
I still burnt my nose and my ears.
Marley is already passed out again. We need to have a segment of how long does it take Marley to fall asleep during the podcast.
Our timer's at 6 minutes and 35 seconds.
Oh, man. She's snoring hard. Wait, let's see if you guys can hear. Did you hear that? Probably not. And also, this wasn't free, but we went to the Perky Turkey and we got coffee and it was delicious.
I got coffee and you got boba.
Cold coffee. I got boba lemonade. It was super good.
Yeah, all the like meals and refreshments there were really good. Their ice cream was really good too. You got Dole Whip,
Oh, yeah.
and I got a huge ice cream cone, and it melted so fast. it was
Yeah.
dripping everywhere.
Yeah. It was hot. It do be blazing out there.
So for half of the day we were in Splash-a-Madabari.
I'm just kidding. You can say the regular name.
So for half of the day we were in Splash and Safari, and we went on a water roller coaster.
Oh, that one was fun. That was the highlight of my day. And that was the very beginning of the day. It just kind of went downhill from there, but that's mainly because of the heat.
It was mainly the heat. They had 2 wave pools, but it seemed like every time we got in the wave pool, the waves stopped, and whenever we left, the waves started back up. It was very inconsistent.
It was kind of weird, but it was fun. It was refreshing.
And then they had a lazy river.
Yep, lazy river.
But the weird thing about this lazy river is it had 1 entrance and 1 exit.
We lazied around the river 3 times.
You had to stand in line to get into it.
Yeah, and I think everyone was in the lazy river because we kept bumping into people. I kept touching people's toes.
Yeah.
It was an interesting
And
experience.
the reason why is because the standing height of this water was probably 2.5 feet.
Yeah.
It was very shallow.
shallow. I kept
So
rubbing
I
my
had
butt
to
on the
stretch my
ground.
legs all over the place. And I was, bumping into people and flip-flopping around. And I had to, cling on to Courtney with half my body.
Yep. He was a Klingon.
For all you Trekkie fans, that's for you.
Yep. So anyways, that was fun.
It was fun.
That was last Saturday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we went and we walked throughout the theme parks or the different holidays, and it was hot.
Hey, and fun fact, there's hills. Not like Florida. There's no hills in the theme park.
What we didn't realize is when we entered the park, everything was downhill from there. But what
Literally.
we failed to realize was that in order to leave, we had to go back up the hill.
There were like 5, and I literally, going through 4th of July, almost passed out. Andrew was like, you do not look okay. I was like, I do not feel okay.
We had to stop and take many breaks because just the heat exhaustion was so extreme.
Yeah. But it was good. It was a really fun trip. I'm looking forward to going back when it's not quite as hot
Yes.
and doing some cool things.
There's so many cool initiatives that Holiday World does that it's like, why don't all theme parks do this?
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
Greed.
Yeah.
Corporations. We have to take them down.
Stinky.
So on our way home from Holiday World, Courtney and I came up with some genuine Christmas bangers.
We decided to sing and make up our own Christmas songs because we were in Santa Claus, Indiana, and also we're Holiday World. I already forgot where we were.
And how hard can it be to write a Christmas song that sells really well?
It's easy. Why do we not have more Christmas albums?
I mean, why do all Christmas albums sound the same? You throw in winter and Santa Claus and
You throw in
snow.
one jingle bell and it's over.
That's it. That's all you need.
You got jingles in the background.
Millions of dollars are on the line.
I think they're going to say millions of bells.
Millions of bells, millions of presents. His presence is all I need.
Millions of Santas.
Millions, that's the next one. So how do we sing a song about millions of Santas?
Santa, you're a million. You're supposed to sing the next line. You're 5,000 candles in the wind.
Now, see, the goal was to not be derivative of other popular songs.
So I was already out because I just kept singing other songs.
So what were some of our songs? Warm Winters was one of them.
Tinsel Tree.
Tinsel Tree. Candle Christmas.
Stalker Santa.
Stalker Santa.
That was Andrew's.
That was a really good one.
That was his number one single.
That was my number one hit single. The one-hit wonder, if you will. Candle Christmas went like, Candle Christmas, candle, candle Christmas. I got Christmas lights all up in my tree. Actually, it was about the different smells of Christmas.
Yeah, it was. We were singing about pine-scented Christmas candles.
Because you have sugar cookie, you have pine.
You have candles.
You have candles. Candle
That's
Christmas.
And then we tried to put one to blues, jazz, smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
Which one was that?
That one was Warm Winters.
That one was not good. That was our least popular
It was mainly
hit
just
of
me
the day.
saying, I hate warm winters.
It was about Christmas in July. I'm talking so loud. I'm very
You're
passionate.
getting really
It was
passionate
it was
about this
Christmas in
music.
July. I
I
just feel like when I'm talking in the microphone, I need to scream at it.
You don't need to scream at all. Just talk normal.
No, I'm going to scream for sure.
And then we went into the rap genre for a little bit. We went through different eras, much like Taylor Swift. And in the end, we felt better about ourselves.
Did we?
So let's write an original Christmas song for our fans
All right.
and listeners.
What's the theme?
The theme is Christmas.
Hey, Christmas in July. Well, June. We're close enough.
It is still June.
It's still hot.
It's still hot.
All right. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Christmas. 3, 2, 1.
Jesus.
That's good.
All right, Jesus versus Santa in an epic showdown.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
It's a long title.
So when Courtney and I come up with songs, it's always title, parentheses, subtitle.
Yep.
So this is Jesus versus Santa, parentheses,
Epic showdown.
Xmas.
Xmas. No. No, don't take Christ out of Christmas.
Don't take Christ out of Christmas. That's the parentheses.
There you go. That's perfect. No, that needs to be a line in the song.
Okay.
Just start it off that way.
All right. Jesus is my man, but he came to earth as a baby. Santa's nothing but lies. He makes me wanna go crazy, 'cause Christmas is all about Santa, but it's really all about Jesus.
Yeah.
3 wise men went to that manger and gave him all those gifts. It's not about gifts,
Not about Santa.
it's about his presence.
Not about those reindeer.
It's about the dreams that millions of people.
I was holding it together. Baby, that was actually really good. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Andrew's secret talent is that he can make up songs on the fly, and they're so good. Like, they're so good.
Let's keep Christ in Christmas. Get that Santa out of my way.
You should have said out of my business.
Out of my business.
There you go.
I don't need Santa in my Christmas. I just need my Christ. Yeah, yeah. Christ in Christmas, that's where we be.
Yeah.
We keep Jesus in the manger, that's who we be.
What?
He's my savior, he died for my sins.
Yes,
What
he
does
did.
Santa do? Nothing.
He's out.
He's out. Get gone.
That was abrupt.
It was.
That was really good, baby.
Thank you.
All right, do I get $100 now?
All right, so that's Jesus versus Santa, parentheses, keep Christ in Christmas.
Keep Christ in Christmas. What's your cover art gonna look like?
It's going to be
It's
on
gonna be
the
you
left
holding
side.
Santa's head?
No, on the left side, it's Jesus, and he's looking happy, but also kind of infuriated. You can see it in his eyes.
No, I got it. Santa on one shoulder and Jesus on the other. Like the little angel and the little devil. And Santa's wearing red already.
Santa's wearing... What? Santa is an anagram for Satan.
I don't really love that. That's kind of sad.
Rearrange the letters. What do you have?
Santa.
Satan.
Is it really?
Yes, baby.
Satan, Santa.
It's clicking.
I don't like that. That's scary.
It's just the truth.
But there was a real Saint Nick.
There's also a real Satan.
No. That's So dumb. That's true.
Well, it's real.
That was really good, baby.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of your rap
So we've been
skills.
wanting to do some improv songwriting on the podcast.
Mostly Andrew.
And hopefully it sounds good, and maybe I can find some sort of backing track that's royalty-free and not copywritten.
I'll just sing for you in the background.
Okay, go ahead and do your singing back part now that I'll put behind it.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
All right, so I'm going to loop that for the entire song, and if you're wondering when was that, why is she doing that, that's why. It's because Courtney just now recorded the
Right
backing
there.
track.
Trademark TM.
So that is TM. We will
take
sue
that.
you if you do steal any part of our
Thank you.
creation.
Good night. Mic drop. Andrew would actually yell at me if I dropped this mic.
I would
Because his
scream.
is broken.
Yeah, mine's already broken, so we've just got our little pink microphone.
Yeah. But it's been a pretty crazy week. Just been
It
busy.
has. Yes, we've been very busy.
Yeah, my brain hurts. We did a lot.
We had our physicals done.
We went to the doctors.
We did adult stuff.
Guess what?
I got drugs.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. I was going to say, I got a clean bill of health. Andrew got drugs. He has to go back next month. But
Yeah.
I was told, hey, you don't come back unless you need to come back. And I said, hey, I'm poor, so I'm not coming back. That's not what I said. I will go back.
I feel like I talked to the nurse practitioner more about her life than I did about my health.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I know all about her.
Yeah, she wanted to move to Florida, and she wanted to move to Daytona Beach because
Yeah,
she goes there every year.
She's got some beef with her stepkids.
Oh, are we talking about the same person or different
The
people?
same person.
Okay.
She had blonde hair, right?
Yes.
Yep. Same person.
Listen, we don't define people by their hair color.
Oh, HIPAA. We can't talk about her stuff.
What?
HIPAA.
What's HIPAA?
HIPAA is health info, personal information, privacy information. It's where you're not allowed to talk about other people's like information
Okay.
because they could sue you.
All right. Then she had black hair.
I like that. That's the detail that you chose. That's the detail you chose to change. Out of all of that, was her hair color.
I mean, you don't know.
I wish you guys could have been here to see Andrew's face because it was so serious when he said that.
I'm serious about everything I say.
Oh yeah, sure. Just joking. I love you.
I love you. I love you too.
Anyways, so Sunday. What was Sunday? So Holiday World was Saturday. Mm-hmm. Sunday, I was down with the kiddos. We had Teen Challenge come to church.
Yeah, Teen Challenge came in. Some of the men there shared their stories about their recovery process and how God helped them, and their newfound brotherhood helped them.
Yep, I just watched it yesterday online. It was super good.
It was really good.
And then we cleaned. Monday we went to the doctors. No, Tuesday we went to the doctors. And Andrew got drugs.
And I got drugs.
Oh, and his friend came over.
You know Evan. So Evan hung out with us, and that was really fun.
Evan. But Anna was gone. She was on a work trip, and I was sad.
Yeah. But we went out to eat together, and we checked out a new trading card game shop.
We got Chinese. We got shrimp. We went and picked up Andrew's drugs. And then we went to a nerd store.
And it was a really cool place. I didn't even know it existed there, but it was just a little house.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of a neighborhood.
In the middle of a neighborhood, which was really sketchy when you pulled up to it. And I said, I don't know about this place.
I almost feel like I'm just walking into someone's house, but they had a sign on the outside.
They did. But once you got inside, it was pretty cool.
It was really cool.
He has a lot of cards.
Yeah, he
A
had,
lot.
I think he said 50,000.
I believe it.
That's a crazy inventory.
Yeah. But he had all kinds of things. He had Funko Pops and trading cards and card games and action figures and...
But really, we just went for the Digimon.
And I went because they dragged me along.
And then Courtney found a toy she wanted, and I told her no. But now I have to get it for her.
Yep, now he's got to get it for me.
That's my bridge to Terabithia.
I'm only 31 and I still want a toy from the store. It's fine.
I shouldn't have told you no, and I apologize for that.
It's okay. Don't tell me no again. So
Yeah, I love that. That pause is good. So, speaking of nerd shops and trading cards and things of that nature, not too long ago, we went to the Indianapolis Comic-Con convention.
yeah, it was awesome. And
It was one thing on your bucket list.
I was just about to say, if you recall from previous episode when we did our bucket list, that was on there. So we got to check off on my bucket list a Comic-Con, which was so fun. And we got to go with some friends from church.
Yeah. And then we pretty much all split up and did our own thing.
We just spend our own monies.
So, how would you explain the Comic-Con experience?
I would explain it like it's a whole bunch of people and nerds gathered in costumes. If you want to participate in the costumes.
What would you ratio the amount of people in costume to not in costume?
Oh, probably like 75% costume. I feel like even if they didn't have a costume on, they had at least like a t-shirt of something like anime or favorite TV show or book
Something was being represented. But in terms of full dress up, I would say 40% were at least dressed up and 60% were in like normal clothing, whether they were wearing a logo or a character tee or something.
Okay. But it was giantly.
It was giantly.
It was pretty much a whole bunch of people in a giant like hotel. What are they called? Like conference rooms? Yeah, like convention center inside of a hotel. And it was like a flea market / craft market / booth for everything you could imagine on steroids. There were so many. There were like over 200 or something booths.
Yeah, there were a lot of vendors, a lot.
And it was pretty much like them selling D&D, Dungeons and Dragons stuff, artwork that people did.
There was a whole like art section where people were selling their prints.
They sold costumes from characters in animes and comics and things like that.
Replica swords and junk.
And then along the sides, they had the special speakers or
celebrities.
Guests. Yeah, the celebrities who did like voice acting or that were actually in like shows. They had...
what were some of the highlights?
Rainn Wilson from The Office, who plays Dwight. He was there.
He was there.
They had the voice of Princess Tiana and Princess Belle. They were both there.
Yeah, Disney princess.
There were a couple people from My Hero Academia, right?
Yes.
Who were voice acting.
And some from Avatar. And William Shatner was there.
Oh, yeah.
One of the Ghostbusters was there.
Yeah. That was like the theme for this year was Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I believe. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. They had like a big booth set up and everything. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, they had like a DeLorean set up. They had a Ghostbusters booth set up. Mm-hmm. They had a Jurassic Park set up.
Yeah, the Jurassic Park was cool. I think my favorite part was definitely like visiting all the booths, but also like...
We didn't see any celebrities.
Low-key people watching. We didn't. Well, first of all, you had to pay.
Yeah, a lot of them you had to pay in order to get an autograph or a photo.
I really wanted to see Rainn Wilson, but it was $50 an autograph.
His line was so long.
Oh, yeah, and we got there early, and the line, compared to everyone else's, was like 5 times longer.
It was very long.
It was crazy.
Courtney mentioned people watching, and honestly, that was really fun to do.
It was funny, it was cringy, it was all of the above.
Yeah, you could tell some people who were not super socially interactive.
But we got some really cool things while we were there, too.
Yeah, what were some of the things that we did find other than the 3D printed everything?
Oh, there were so many.
Pins. There were
so many pins, which I did get some pins. I only got 2. They were cute.
That's so many.
So many. But I got some pins. I got a Calcifer and a no-face pin with holding a little coffee cup. So cute. And then I also got a couple of loose leaf tees.
Those were so good.
They were. One was like spells from like Dungeons and Dragons, I'm pretty sure, or like spells that they made up.
Yeah.
But they were like dressed as fairies and stuff. It was super fun.
And they were in little potion vials.
Yeah, they were. They were so cute. And then I also got another tea bag from a place that their booth was giant. But they named all their teas after like storybooks or fairy tale things. The one I got was called Veil of Light, and it was lemon flavored. It was really cool.
And there was also one coffee place. I believe it was called the Wizard's Brew.
Oh yeah, we got coffee.
They had some really interesting flavors.
It was like bags of coffee, not like ones you could go and like order coffee.
Yeah.
But we had a couple of them and they were pretty good. We just drank an orange caramel one in our
Sounds
cold
weird
brewer.
on paper, but it tasted really good.
It wasn't fantastic hot. I didn't like it hot, but it was really good in the cold brewer.
We also got a blueberry one.
Yep.
And a red velvet.
Red velvet cake. We got an amaretto and cherry one.
Yes, that one was good.
And then we got another blueberry. We got 2 blueberry bags.
We love blueberry. What can we say?
We do, but it was super yummy. Oh, and then I also found a postcard, which was super hard to find, crazily
Yes,
enough.
out of all the art prints, we were trying so hard to hunt down postcards. And towards the end of our stay there, we were finding a couple more postcards that were like Star Wars themed.
They were really cool. And it's funny because I actually pen pal with someone in Washington. And the same week I sent them my Comic-Con postcard to them. They sent me one back. I'd gotten one the next day from them. And when they wrote me the next time, they're like, oh my gosh, you're a nerd too. That's so awesome. So it was really cool that I also got a Comic-Con postcard from Washington.
And the one super cool thing, because there was some interesting stuff, a lot of the same, just in different places wherever you went. But there was one place there that made wooden Dungeons and Dragons trackers and Magic the Gathering. But I thought it was really cool to have like a wooden tactile way to keep track of Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
Yeah,
and
it was really
like
fun.
Made of like wood and leather and had places to write with like a whiteboard.
Yeah.
And it was like a portable size and it looked really cool and you could keep stuff inside of it.
So did you get any inspiration for your D&D campaigns through going there?
I did, even though the one that the D&D campaign I want to make is more fantasy themed, like a Studio Ghibli movie. For the other campaign I was playing, it was great.
There was a lot of walking. My feet were tired by the end of it, but it was super fun. We had a great time.
Would you go again?
I would.
And now that you know what to expect.
Now I know I need to save money.
Yes. It was quite expensive. There was a lot of like really rare and vintage game stuff there too.
Yeah. I wanted so many more teas, but they were like $20 a bag, and
it supports small shop owners, but yeah, it was pretty pricey.
yeah. But it was a super fun, cool experience for sure. I feel like everyone should experience it at least once. At least go for the people watching.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, there was a lot of Demon Slayer representation.
Yeah. Oh, what was that one? The chef from Muppets?
Yeah, the chef.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Swedish chef.
It was so funny. The person who dressed up as that, 10 out of 10.
So someone dressed up as
If you're listening to this, Swedish chef, you're probably not, but you did a great job.
So someone dressed up as Swedish chef holding Kermit, and I think their spouse was dressed up as Linguini and had Ratatouille.
Yeah. They did a great job. That one was one of my favorites. And then there's also...
a lot of Star Wars.
Oh, there was someone dressed up as Prison Mike from The Office.
Yeah, there was a lot
really
of Office
funny.
representation. That's probably because of Rainn Wilson.
Yeah. There was someone dressed up as a tiefling from D&D there.
Yes,
She was
from Baldur's
she
Gate
had
3.
red and horn. She did a great job with her paint.
Yes.
She looked like professional. Like, I would have thought she was a red person if she walked past me.
Yeah, there was a lot of really cool representation. The really good costume design was very noticeable, and people carrying around like giant like hammers and stuff.
I don't know. Those people who carried around like swords and hammers and all kinds of things, like, kudos to them, because I would never commit to carrying around something like that for like 8 hours straight.
If you were to dress up for Comic-Con, who would you go
The
as?
Little Mermaid. Ariel.
Who would I go as?
Sebastian.
Okay. I was hoping you would say King Triton, so that way I wouldn't have to wear a shirt.
But then we'd have to hold a Triton all day. What's
That-
that called?
A trident.
Trident. Oh, Triton was his name.
Yes.
What was his name?
Triton.
And he holds a trident?
Yes.
That's confusing.
Comic-Con was great. We would go again, and we had a really good time.
Can't wait to cross off more from our bucket lists. Next up, oh, actually, you were telling me, I don't know if it's like specifically on your bucket list, but it's close, that one concert for video games.
Yeah. So I found out not too long ago that Sony was going to be putting on a PlayStation concert where they would be playing songs from different video games. Mm-hmm. And it sounds really cool. And they would be coming to Indianapolis in February.
Yeah, which is risky because it could be blizzarding.
It could be. on the off chance that it doesn't snow, it would be a cool experience. Because it wasn't super pricey either.
No, it wasn't. It was definitely affordable. But was that what was on your bucket list?
To see a concert from a composer that I really enjoy, which some of the music is from really good composers I like, but it's not like...
Not the one you really
Not
like.
the one I really wanted.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it's close.
Valid.
Speaking of concerts...
Yeah.
We went to a Kane concert.
Oh, yeah. Guys, we've actually been having so much fun since being up here in Indiana. Like, we've gotten to do so many cool different things. The Kane concert, I actually haven't told my sister this, but she'll be so jealous when I tell her, was amazing. They had awesome flower lights on the stage. Their costumes are always 10 out of 10. Their music, it was so good.
And they're dancing.
So good, yeah.
They had good choreography.
Yeah, they did. Andrew bought me the vinyl record so we could play it on our record player here at home.
Yeah, I don't even know if we've really even talked about like the vinyl setup we have now.
No, we probably haven't. So we're just all over the place.
Before we jump to the vinyls, though, let's talk a little bit about the concert. They had a really good lineup of a bunch of different artists.
Yeah.
And there was also a message from the pastor that kind of head up the tour.
Yeah.
But one really cool thing is they had a contest that you could enter to win a guitar signed by every band and member who was there performing.
It was like Kane, Ben Fuller, Caleb and
Caleb.
Caleb and something.
It was Caleb and Caleb.
No, it wasn't.
It was the two Calebs.
It wasn't Caleb and Caleb. It was like Caleb and Jacob or something. They had different names. Yeah, the guitar was really cool. And we sat at the very, very top in the nosebleeds. We were in the very last row, and there was no one around us for like 10 rows.
We were up so high, the screen that they had the lyrics and the graphics on so that you could sing along was cut off.
Which was kind of a bummer because I like halfway knew the songs. I was like, man, this would be cool if I could know all the words.
Da-da-da, hallelujah, I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. Hallelujah, I'm blessed. It'd be like the first part you couldn't see it, and then you could see the second half of the lyrics.
But yeah, we went with Evan and Anna for
Her birthday.
Anna and mine birthday.
Yeah, it was a double birthday adventure.
Yeah, mine and Anna's
It was
birthday.
a surprise to Anna. It was not a surprise to Courtney.
No, I knew. But we went and yeah, Evan ended up winning the guitar.
Yeah,
which was
they entered
awesome.
the contest and they got a message saying that they won the guitar. So Evan walked out and got this giant guitar and carried it back.
Yeah, and then we were like, man, good thing we're not sitting by anyone because he had to hold the guitar the whole time.
Yeah, and it looks really cool. It's like groovy colors, like pink and red and yellow.
Yeah, it was super neat.
And I did end up picking up that vinyl, which is also pink. And it's really cool. It looks great on our vinyl player display that we have going.
It's pink and blue, like a light blue. It's very cool. In our house, Andrew has a whole room dedicated to all his things, like his computer and his millions of blinky lights and the piano and his guitar.
Yeah, so it's like a music/computer room, but we ended up setting up the vinyl player that we got from our friends on top of the piano, and I have all of the vinyl records on display now from a box that we did for a craft day.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. Andrew for Christmas got me all the Taylor Swift vinyls pretty much.
Last Christmas, actually.
Yeah, well, I just said Christmas.
But they didn't know.
Well, I meant last Christmas.
We skipped Christmas.
Okay, last Christmas. He got me all the vinyl records pretty much. So I have all those. He has a whole bunch from like different Studio Ghibli movies and video games that he likes.
And Christmas albums, too.
And Christmas. We have a couple that we thrifted that are super awesome.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun to play it. We've really been enjoying it.
I thought, like, I didn't see the appeal for buying vinyl records at all, but I think it's just a really cool way to showcase the artwork and to just to play the music on. It's just so unique how it plays. It's a wax disc, and yet it plays music. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. One day I think I would really like to have some kind of like little bar cart or something that we can put the record player on with all the vinyls on and display it like in the living room or dining room or something.
We're going to need something because my vinyl box is completely full of records.
That's because every time I open the door, I go, Andrew, did you get a new vinyl?
I did get a bunch on Black Friday that were like $1 each, and the shipping wasn't cheap, but the vinyls were $1, and so I got a whole bunch of records from that, and then just vinyls from my favorite games and some favorite movies. Yeah, I enjoy having them, and I see the appeal.
When Andrew gets obsessed with something, he gets obsessed. The bug bit him for vinyl records.
And now it has unbit me because I don't have any more room for them.
Now we have no more monies because of them.
That's not true.
That's not true. But yeah, we don't have any more room.
Yeah, no more space.
That is a big problem. So when we moved into this house, we're like, we have all the room. And guess what? We don't.
Yeah, we found out very quickly that it was not actually a space upgrade. It was a space upgrade in the height department, as we have much more room to lift our hands and praise the Lord.
Andrew can't touch the roof anymore.
No.
No, we do have a little bit more extra room, but we actually have a guest bedroom now, where before we didn't. So our guest bedroom is pretty much our extra square footage.
The craft room is now the guest room.
Hey guys, for just 10 cents a day, you can sponsor Marley while she naps during our podcast.
This poor dog has lost almost all of her teeth due to poor dental health.
And now I have to pour chicken broth into her food just so she can eat.
So in order to help her eat wet food, we could use your money.
Nah, just kidding. But if you could subscribe, leave a comment, do whatever you gotta do.
Tell your friends about us.
Tell your grandmas about us.
Don't tell your uncles about us.
Tell your neighbors about us.
Do tell your neighbors about us.
Go to the Walmart and tell the checkout guy about us.
What can you listen to us on?
Go buy some cough medicine so they have to stop by your register. And then you say, hey, by the way, listen to Carlson and Chill.
What can you listen to Carlson and Chill on?
You can listen to it on Spotify.
And YouTube?
I was going to say YouTube. The RSS platform.
Pandora. Courtney has forgotten what we're on.
Apple Podcasts. You can pretty much listen to us wherever your heart desires.
Courtney blanked out
Because
for a minute.
Guess what? That 10 cents, we're paying that. Nope. You can pretty much listen to us wherever you want to.
And it's on our dime, and that's 10 cents.
And so here's Marley's snore for you.
Back to the podcast. So, Courtney, what have you been up to lately?
Lately, we said that at the beginning of the episode, what our week was all about. Okay, listen up here, peeps. Disney Dreamlight Valley, it got an update. I got Peter Pan, and I'm doing the new Star Path.
Awesome.
That's a video game, if you didn't know it. That's the video game that I like to dilly-dally when I have a little extra time.
It's Courtney's new Animal Crossing, but it has Disney characters.
Yeah, it's
the ones
pretty
you
fun.
know and love, but not all of them.
Nope, not all of them. I already said I cut the grass and weed eated today. In the heat, it was hot, but I did it. That's pretty much it. I'm paperwork. I'm trying to organize my life.
Have you experienced any new media, or why don't you talk about the movie we watched last night?
Yeah, so this week, some of our friends let us graciously borrow their Angel Studios membership. What is it called? Subscription. And we watched Tyson's Run. It's really wholesome, cute story. If you have Angel Studios, go look it up. Tyson's Run.
What is it about?
It's just wholesome and cute. It's about this boy who has autism, who he is homeschooled, but he wants to be with his dad, who's a football coach at school, because he wants to learn things that his mom doesn't know and she can't teach him. So he goes to school and he sees this guy running and winds up deciding that he wants to run a marathon that the city is holding.
He wants to make his dad proud.
He wants to make his dad proud. He wants to leave his legacy. He just wants to be normal. Check it out. It's all about that. It's really cute.
It was a good family movie, a really inspirational movie.
Also, during this movie, we ate Charlie's Candy Store caramel and cheddar popcorn. It was delicious. If you're in Vincennes, check it out because it was so good.
Yeah, I had told Evan about it, and he didn't even know it existed.
Thanks, Brian and Julia, for my gift card.
And so they had a whole bunch of different chocolate and candy confectionery, and they had caramel corn, which was their big, main item.
Hey, guys, leave a comment below. Do you say caramel or do you say caramel?
So they had caramel corn, and so we got a bag that was mixed with cheddar because it looked really good.
And then we got a box of assorted chocolates. So good. My favorite was the lemon chocolate.
The poor lady couldn't get the register working.
She probably didn't like us, but...
She tried at least 5 times to get the order rung up, and it just kept overcharging us. And we were like, just waiting there patiently.
Yeah, I almost was just about to say, Andrew, just give her the money so we can go. Because she was having a rough time. But she did it. I don't think she did it right, but she did it.
Were there any highlights of the candies that we picked out?
We didn't pick them out, but they had chocolate-covered gummy bears there. I want to try those.
Of the ones that we did try.
I already told you. My favorite was the lemon.
Okay, well, tell the audience.
I already told the audience. I literally said that like 2 minutes ago. My favorite was the lemon chocolate. Were you not listening to me?
No.
Were you not listening to me? What was your favorite?
I really liked the turtles.
The turtles were good. 10 out of 10.
The chocolate lemon was also really good.
Yeah, it was.
The lady just labeled them by, like, the type of chocolate, so it was milk lemon. And then there was, like, dark cherry, dark coconut.
Yep.
Milk coconut.
Yeah. But it was super good. Can't wait to go back and get some more different ones.
Yes. Diets beware.
And I don't really even like chocolate, but it was pretty good. What about you, Andrew?
Should I get into Expedition 33 or save it again?
I would save it.
Yeah. It's...
So you have some time to talk about it.
Then I won't be talking about it again. But it's still on my mind because I watched a video about it earlier and it made me cry.
Oh,
so,
you cried.
I mean, it's such an emotional story. And it's so good.
So good.
Lately, what I've been working on is I have been ordained the games coordinator for VBS. Mm-hmm. And so I've been coming up with some games to have the kids play. And that has been really fun researching and getting stuff for that. My stuff came in yesterday where I got some balls. I guess there's no really way to put it other than that. I got some inflatable balls, and I got some cones, and I got some horseshoes and ring toss.
Giant styrofoam hat.
I did get a giant it's foam. I guess it is. No, it's not styrofoam. I just got a giant foam cowboy hat.
Same difference.
And it looks great, and I think it's going to be a huge hit. It is a Western-themed VBS, and that's going to be happening in the next couple weeks.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
We're going to be crazy busy.
And we got to build that float.
Yes, we do.
It's going to be hot.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah, hot.
And it's going to be 4th of July. So, yeah, really looking forward to having these games played. It's going to be so great.
Yeah, it'll be super fun.
It will be awesome.
What's the thing a Brenda says?
Awesome.
Oh, she does say awesome. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, that is what she says.
Thanks for listening to us just ramble on and on. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I enjoy recording I enjoy recording the podcast with you, Courtney.
Hey, me too, Andrew.
So, that's all we got for you guys this week, but we encourage you to find someone that you love and let them know that you love them.
Hey, Andrew, I love you.
I love you too.
Marley, I love you too.
I don't like when you snore, though.
She doesn't mean it.
But she does it anyway. All right, Courtney, leave us off with something meaningful.
Don't look back. You're not going that way.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. I wasn't being funny.
You can't start being funny until I start recording.
All I said was I think I ate too much food.
All right. Well, doing it for real now. Are you ready?
All right. I start it.
Okay.
How do I start it?
Three.
How do I start?
Hello and welcome.
Oh.
I didn't come up with the character, baby.
You'd have to hold a giant fork all day.
All right, well, then I'd have something to eat with.
So be it. And then you destroy the statue. Just put it at the end for the bloopers.
No, that's a genuine golden moment. That was a golden nugget.
You're a golden nugget. This guitar was awesome. Hey guys, for just 10 cents a day, you can sponsor Marley and her naps during this podcast. I love you. You're cute. Tell them your favorite.
So, what else have I been...
I'm sorry.